There's so much stuff. If we talk about the domestic violence and all of this stuff, it's just skimmed over. There's no criticism.
It's part of the culture. Whether England, whether white people admit it or not, it is part of the culture. Unfortunately,
is it part of working class British culture?
No.
All the culture.
Let me. You know what someone said to me, and I was like, of course. Okay, a man, a heterosexual man, or a man in general, it's even people of color, right? We're not taught to speak about our emotions, that vulnerable side, that open side. So imagine a typical man, a cis man, right, who likes his football, a bit of a geezer, acting up, acting a certain way, over-masculating himself in certain pockets. And he's like this with his wife, with his kids, with his associates. So there's all this pent up. Then he's had a few lagers, few bumps, whatever, spliff, whatever. Yeah. Then he's around this like boisterous alpha male energy. He's going to let it rip because he's around his crew. He's around his people. It's savage. It's savage. So it's like, this is why domestic violence goes up for 26.
But that's going to say, the percentage, like, the fact that there had to be, like, this whole messaging going out, like, if you're a woman who is worried about how your husband might react or your partner might react regarding the scores of the England match, just say this or contact this group or make sure you're here. It's like, it's a scary environment for black people. It's a scary environment for queer people. And it's a scary environment for women. And it's like a game. It's a game. A game should not get us to the point where women have to be walking on eggshells. Gays and black people need to stay indoors. Like, the amount of people that text me throughout the game just being like, I hope you're okay, or just making sure that you're all right, or make sure that you get in a cab straight home. It's like, I shouldn't have to think like that just over a football game. No. But I feel like, is it a European thing? Is it a British thing? Is it a worldwide thing?
Every country has its boisterous, I guess,
if Italy had won, would Italian women have been in the same situation that British women were in? Huh? If Italy lost, would Italian women have been in the same situation that British women are in? Would Italian gays have been in the same situation?
No, I think, if I'm being totally honest, I think British and the Russians are probably the worst when it comes to football.
Hooliganism.
Yeah.
And Polish as well.
And Polish.
Yes, the violence is just in the DNA. It's part of the cultural construct. Like for the government or like all these charities to be saying stuff like, oh, if the score is this, you're enabling this. If the repercussions for such behavior were as bad as the repercussions were in America for smoking weed or whatever back in the day. Remember, they used to lock you up for 5-10 years. Yeah. Do you really think these men will be doing that? It'll be so different. You really think if you had to have for example, an electronic pass to get into the games, so if I arrest you, I ban you from all the games, do you think that'll happen? No. It's enabled because the government are thinking money. All those shops, all those stands, all those villages, all those hotels, they can't afford to lose it. So they enable this type of behavior that's now become culture. The reason why people were texting you is because we've been dealing with this since we were kids. So we know.
Yeah, I've been dealing with this since the Millwall days.
Do you know what I mean? We know what's going to happen.
So I knew about. Do you know what I mean? I never went to a Millwall match based on the fact that like it wouldn't be advised for you to go to
it's as easy as this. Like because they lost the game and because it happened to be black people, these men are going to go home pissed, don't have a punching bag, and they're going to see someone like you and be like, oh, he's gay. That's it. That's all it takes. 1 + 1 for them is 2. It makes no sense.
All right. So obviously now since the loss of the match, we've had a height of domestic abuse and racism online. Really bad racism. Like I've never seen the N-word more than what I've seen. Like, do you get what I mean? And it's like, considering that last year we were in the height of Black Lives Matter and the whole country was gripped by George Floyd and protesting, to 365 days later to now be in another race situation, but it's over football. No one's even died. Like, the reason why this has happened is because you lost a football game. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. But what I want to get to is when it comes to social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram and TikTok, they have been very clear that they don't think that people sending the monkey emoji and banana emoji at players like Raheem Sterling and Saka, who was trending Sacco, which just shows the level of intelligence of the football fans. You couldn't even get the vowels right. They're saying that that's not an issue for them, but what they're doing is removing the content from the people who are calling it out.
Yeah.
Now we're in a situation where there's a petition going around where they're asking people to basically make the government make it
Verified.
Yeah, a verified account. I don't know whether I want my account to be verified. I shouldn't have to put in like government details into Instagram to have a platform, because I think that takes away a level of my
Do you know
freedom.
what? It's not. I think it's a massive issue, and it's not just around race. It's around sexual predators. It's around stalkers. It's around a lot of things, because we've had to deal with myself and a few of my clients had to deal with a stalker who was relentless, and nobody would do anything or could do anything about it because there was no legal framework. They kept deleting and creating new profiles, like all of this stuff. I think if there's something in place that prevents people from, doing that, and you're able to verify their identity, I'm for it. If I'm being honest, if it protects kids, I'm for it. If it protects,
I don't think it's necessary. I really do think that they should these platforms, you create these platforms, you make the money from it.
You make the money from
You
it.
do exactly what you want to do.
Every time somebody looks at
one
one of
target me, and like, if I put vaccine or COVID on something, you can send me a message, you can put a warning.
Yeah.
So what the hell are you doing as a responsible adult or a responsible company who's trying to be ethical or whatever you're trying to do, letting these things happen? A monkey
that's
emoji
what I think. I'm like, right now, if you go into Instagram or Facebook and you say vax, COVID, Corona, 19, jab, medication, straight away, before you even press post, they're letting you know, we're gonna let everyone know that this is the right information. If you play a song by Beyonce on Instagram,
it's coming down.
It's coming down. Like, do you get what I mean? If you're a woman and your nipples shows, post gone. You can be a topless man online, fine. Expose that nipple. Expose some titties. Gone. So I don't understand why you can say the N-word, black, see you next Tuesday, monkey, emoji. You've got the technology to work out exactly when it's problematic and when it's not problematic.
The thing is, they've got the technology, but we can't rely on these companies to be ethical, number one. But number two, it's not so much that, they don't want to put in place the technology. They don't want to do anything about it, because if you report it, you get a message back saying, we don't see any violations.
Yeah, so this is what I understand. So what is Mark Zuckerberg playing at the moment? Because obviously he owns Instagram and Facebook, which are two of the hugest...
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
It's white people trying to sort out black problems. So how is this going to happen?
Okay. So
I can't relate. Oh, it's a monkey. I get offended to that.
No, well, at the moment, though, the actual conversation that I've woken up to today is about whether Apple and Android phones should get rid of the monkey app and the banana app. And my thing is, like, the banana app didn't call me a black see you next Tuesday or N-word. Like, do you get what I mean? It's not the actual emoji that's the problem. It's the person
way it's
behind
used, yeah.
like, do you get what I mean? So why are we banning the emoji over the actual user? Because so you take away the emojis, these people still have the ability just about to spell. Like, do you get what I mean? So they will still be able to spell out the words if need be. So I don't think the problem here is getting rid of the emojis. It's getting rid of the people who think it's okay to talk to people like that. No?
Yeah, because you don't convict the knife, you convict the person who
stabbed
the
like,
person,
do you know what I mean?
not the fucking
It's
knife.
accountability, there's none.
And that monkey emoji sometimes used in the right way is really cute. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? This stuff. Do you get what I mean? And depending on what you're describing, the banana emoji could come in very useful.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen that a few times.
We've got minutes left.
Judge.
Right, as always, this show speeds by. I'm gonna need an extra hour, I think. I'm gonna speak to people. Deal with this.
He's like, no.
But this has been It's a Mad Ting, and we're not gonna finish this show without a live performance from Laville.
I do one,
Yeah, so which one? Most people can fit. How long have we got? We've got 5.
I'll fit cranium in.
Cranium in, yeah? Right, I'm gonna go set that up. If you've been tuned in, this has been It's a Mad Ting on Frizz Radio. Big up my guest.